pizza and Legos. I'm just kidding. No, they actually store fat in their hump. So when they're in the desert, they can go about 100 miles without water. That's a long way. 100 miles? What do you think? It's from here to... As far as Dallas from here, it's over 100 miles. Alright, here to Sweetwater without drinking any water. Yeah. Here, you want to feel what a camel feels like? Yeah, I got some camel hair up here for you guys that haven't felt them yet. Alright, yeah, so they store fat in their hump. You want to keep some?
Ew.
I don't know if you want to keep it. It's really dirty. It's really dirty. They like to roll in the dirt, and they like to, sometimes they drool on each other. Sometimes it's really dirty.
I want to sit on one. I want to ride one.
You want to ride one? Well, these guys aren't trained to ride, but yeah, camels are used to ride. How much do you guys think they weigh? You guys, 100 pounds? What do you think? 4 tons? 500? Oh, she's kind of the closest. We got over a 900-pound camel and over a 1,000-pound camel over there.
What are their names?
This is Dakota and Sahara. Yes, they live right here in the camel exhibit.
Okay.
Yep, these are the 2 babies. I don't know how long you guys have been here. These 2 were the babies that came about just over 2 years ago.
Maybe get to text the girl.
They grew up fast, huh? Yeah. So how big do they get? They won't stop growing until about 4 or 5 years old, is when they reach full maturity. An average camel is about just over 7 feet at the hump, at the very top of the hump, and an average camel weighs around up to about 1,600 pounds.
Oh, wow.
So I think they'll probably cap out at about maybe 1,100, 1,200 pounds. Yeah, at the rate that they're growing.
They're so cute, aren't they?
These are one-humped camels. They're called dromedary camels. They're from Africa. And our Bactrian camels, we don't have any Bactrian camels here, but they're from Asia.
Okay, can you say thank you to Miss Jessica?
What is that? You guys want to feel some camel hair? You could probably stand like right here and then like take selfies. Yeah, that's the best way to do it. Yeah, we're still practicing. They're not used to a lot of people coming up and petting them, so we're working up to it. It's been a while. Yeah.
So explain what you're doing with that.
What?
Explain what you're doing here, just brushing their hair.
Yeah, so we are grooming our camels and we are trying to start the shedding process. So last year we put up on Facebook that we had a whole shedding party, and we have a couple of combs that we use. We have the regular shedding blade, which is what we have behind me. And then we have our undercoat brush, which gets that stuff way underneath at the base of the skin, and we can help them shed their coat faster to get ready for our 3-digit summer. So
Very good.
yeah. Hi, how y'all doing? You guys want to feel what a camel feels like? We've been out of practice, so we can't actually pet them, but this is some of their fur. And, no, they haven't been doing this for a while, so we're still practicing and getting them acclimated to being out here. These guys came just over two years ago. We got them as babies. I mean, they were like this big, and they grew up in 2 years. So they just turned 2 years old in November.
How tall is it?
They're probably about 5.5, 6 feet tall at the top of their hump. Yeah, they're about a foot taller than I am. So. but I think they'll probably cap out about 6.5 feet. She's rolling. And this is one of their favorite things to do. They love to roll, and as soon as we groom them, they get dirty. You guys want to know anything about them? Yeah, this is Dakota and Sahara. Oh, yes. We're so talkative.
If we want to feed the jack, we gotta buy the crackers up front, right?
We actually don't do the crackers anymore. They get lettuce, and you buy it right up at the feed deck. So if you go up this ramp and go through the gates, there should be someone there at the register that you can buy lettuce from. Yes, I believe so.
Yeah, we're gonna go take a minute. Let's go party real quick.
How you guys doing? You guys want to see what a camel feels like? I got some of their hair right here. No. Oh, isn't that soft?
Jessica, Joe Thomas says hello to you, and she's watching from Idaho Falls.
Wow, that's awesome. Hello. I hope you're enjoying our camels.
And Angela says she is coming from Fort Worth soon.
Awesome.
So we'll be delighted
We're
to see
looking
her.
forward to see you. Yeah. Huh? Yeah. Hey, just so you viewers know, we offer special VIP camel tours. And what you get to do is you get to come behind the scenes and see where they live, get to hang out with me or one of our other keepers with the camels, and we can tell you everything you want to know about them. You get to feed them, you get to hang out with them, and they're super lovable. And they absolutely just love spending time with the public. There are many times where they're talking to the public all the time. They're sharing their toys, or at least trying to. And so come check us out. We do offer camel VIP tours, as well as a couple of other species that you can get some behind the scenes action with.
So that would be AbileneZoo.org.
Yes, on our website, AbileneZoo.org. I know, you want to eat your own camel hair, huh?
Hello, this is Dakota. We actually named Dakota after the Dakotas here in the States. So that is where the oldest fossil record of camels are found. So we named her Dakota, and we named Sahara, obviously after the Sahara Desert.
I didn't even know that. That's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
But if you come to the zoo and you see them out in the exhibit, you're trying to tell them apart. Dakota is a little bit darker. She's got a little bit darker hair going back here on her neck. And she's a little bit smaller. Whereas Sahara is more light and more, the more outgoing and big, sometimes bossy sister. And we do call these girls sisters, even though they're not related. They were born the same year, same month, from two different females, so they grew up together. So they're sisters by choice, but not by blood, and they definitely act like it. Dakota here is about 930 pounds, so she's a little bit smaller, whereas Sahara is over 1,000 pounds already.
Hi, this is our camel Dakota and Sahara.
And if you notice while she's eating, she's got these two wonderful split lips up here in the top. She uses those as fingers to grab that food from me, or in the wild, they would use it to pick off all the little, every single little leaf or branch or twig that they could find. Because in the desert, there's not very much food.
301 to 200.
And a fun fact about camels is they don't have any top teeth.
Yeah.
So they have bottom teeth, and then they have their molars in the back.
are spoiled. This is your own hair. Yes.
Emma, are you trying to get? She's edging.
Do you guys want to? What do you guys want to learn anything about camels?
Mom, have you did you try to push?
Yeah. What do you want to learn?
How do they stay so good when they're in the desert?
How do they stay alive in the desert? Well, there's a lot of reasons they can stay alive. So, one of those things, they're very hardy animals. Do you know what hardy means? They're strong. They can take a lot. So they have a couple of the things that they can do. So in the desert, it's really hot, right? And you know how if you're on the beach and the sand's really, really high? Well, they have special pads on all of the joints and places that touch the sand. So if you see, do you kind of see her kneecap where there's not really a whole lot of hair? Here, I'll point it out to you. You can see it right here. Oh, hi. See this right here? This has no hair on it, and it's what we call a pad. And that pad, it helps so the sand doesn't burn their skin, which is really cool. So they have one on their knees, they have them on their bellies, and they also have them on the back of their legs. So their legs, instead of oh, that's really hard to explain. Anyway, their back legs bend like an elbow. So the pad is on the back of their elbow. Yeah. So they're kind of opposite of us in how they move. So they also have this really nice thick coat. So when it gets cold in the desert, they can have a little bit of a coat, and then when it warms up, they can shed that coat. So by the time that summer comes around, these guys are gonna be really, really bare. They're not gonna have a whole lot of fur on them, or it's gonna be really, really, really thin. So they'll look so different once the summer comes around. They can also, so it's really, really sandy in the desert, and sometimes there's a lot of sandstorms. So they have special eyelashes. They have 2 sets of eyelashes that protect their eyes, and they can also close their nose so the sand doesn't get up in their nose and makes it hard to breathe for them. Cool, huh? Yeah. So camels only have they only have bottom teeth. They don't have a set of top teeth. The only teeth that they have on top are their molars, which is the teeth that you have way in the back. And they also have a canine tooth, which is your sharp tooth on the top of your mouth. Cool, huh?
Eli, what did you say? Say thank you. What?
Did you see it like here?
Sorry?
Yeah, honey.
Look like she's trying to give her a
So here at the zoo, we do a lot of cool stuff with our animals. We do lots of training to, we have to have special relationships with our animals, and they have to learn to trust us, and so they won't be afraid of us for any reason. So with our camels, they're trained to do a lot of husbandry things. We can move them around the exhibit. We can halter them up and bring them out here for your guys' entertainment, but we can also be able to halter them. We can groom them. If the vet needs to come down and do like a physical on them just to see, how their eyes are, how their ears are. We actually did this last week. We can see how well they are. These guys are also starting their training to do voluntary blood draw, and they just got their shots last week, so they did really, really well for that.
How old are they?
They just turned 2 back in November.
Are they siblings?
They're not siblings, but they act like siblings. So these guys have been together since birth. They're literally maybe 2.5 weeks apart. Yeah, so they grew up in the same, or they were born at the same place, and they grew up here together.
Where did they come from?
They came from a camel farm, we said north of Dallas.
Okay.
So, yes. They replaced our black rhino that was here, who went to Fossil Rim for breeding recommendations. So, we still have our other black rhino, and he should be out on exhibit.
Logan.
What are their names?
Dakota and Sahara.
What do they eat?
Good question. So here at the zoo, they get hay. They get about a half a bale to 3/4 of a bale of hay every day. And they also get some grain. This is what they get. It's called ADF 16, which just means it's got some really yummy stuff in it. They love it. And they also get another type of grain called sweet feed that we do for training, which is basically like sugar.
A treat.
It's a treat, yeah. But other treats they get are some of the stuff that you may eat at home. You know, they love sweet potato. They eat zucchini. Sometimes they'll eat lettuce, apples, bananas, celery. You name it, they'll eat it. They're not picky. Just one though. Thank y'all. Do you guys want to feel what camel? You want to feel what a camel looks like or feels like? There we go. That's his hair. Why? Because do you have a dog or a cat at home?
You got dogs?
Do you have dogs? Do they shed when it starts getting warm out? All the hair kind of. Yeah. The camels do the same. They shed all that hair. So when
We have people watching from Lubbock, and a very nice person named Shelly Cowart says we are doing such a good job at our zoo.
Awesome.
Isn't that
Well,
marvelous?
thanks for the
Thank you, Shelly.
encouragement, guys.
I know, it's pretty neat to get
Sahara.
instant feedback. You want to talk about Sahara, Denise?
This is Sahara. She's a 2-year-old dromedary camel. She's kind of she's our big girl. She's the one that's over 1,000 pounds. Her little friend over here, Dakota, is actually about 100 less than her. So she's always been a fast grower. If you can look closely at her eyes, she actually has 2 layers of eyelashes. And that's to protect her from all the dust and dirt and sand. So all women are envious of her eyelashes here. A natural state is to have their nostrils closed, and that also helps keep their respiratory system clean from all the dust and dirt. So when they want to breathe, they open their nose. Otherwise, in a resting state, it's closed. There you go, baby. And Sahara is also our lighter camel. Right now they're really thick with hair. You can see how thick this hair is. So eventually we're gonna get it all combed for them, and it's actually gonna be really, really short by summertime, isn't it? Yes, ma'am. So they can be cool for the summer. And these girls love baths, so they love to be cooled down in a bath. Go ahead and put it in full. Oh yeah, I brought you some yummy stuff. This is just some alfalfa, which they love.
So this is Joshua. He's
These
one
girls
of our
love their yummy
helps
treats.
us out. He's
Thank you,
very
Denise.
Awesome. He loves helping us out, and he just got the camel some alfalfa.
I'm pretty much done with treats. And grain.
You are so welcome.
Have a good day.
You have fun.
Have a good day. Enjoy the zoo.
You guys want to feel what this feels like? This is camel fur. Yeah. All right.
Okay, say goodbye to our viewers. We have